Hello everybody, Farmer Tom here, and welcome back to our Survival Challenge series. To begin today's episode, we will start by finishing off the cultivating from the previous episode, because if you remember, we didn't quite get it all finished, but we still made some excellent progress actually, because we managed to get the whole of this area ploughed up. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, make sure you go and watch it before this. There'll be a link in the description. But we created this whole field from scratch, which I think for one episode was quite impressive. And we've almost got the whole thing cultivated now, which is important because we're in the final planting month, should you say? So there's not much time left to get a crop in the ground if we want to, and even if we wanted to, which we will do, we will get it, we only have the option of doing barley or wheat, and of course grass, because, well, you can sow grass at any time of the year. But I think because we've got barley in the field over there, I think we'll go for wheat in this, just to mix it up really. No particular reason, it's just something different. We've also got all of these little patches dotted around, because if you have watched any of the other videos you will know that we do own a bouncing cultivator, and it's sort of becoming a thing really, because it's becoming annoying. So we sort of have to go back and forth over areas which we have already done. And obviously when you're trying to cover ground quickly, it can be annoying. As always, if you do go on to enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel. And let's see if we can hit 20 likes in this video. I've just realised I forgot to lower the cultivator, that's a problem. But yes, let's see if we can get to 20 likes on this video. We've been doing that quite consistently recently, so please help us get that goal. But for now, it's just a case of finishing off this field so that we can get our seeder out, fill it up with seed, and get the wheat sown. There's not that much left to do. There's no rain forecast, which is ideal for what we're trying to do. Obviously, once we've got the crop in the ground, we would ideally like some rain, just to sort of allow it to settle on the soil and allow the seeds a better chance at germination. To be honest, I don't think the game is that detailed, but you know, if we were playing realistically, we would say that, wouldn't we? So, let's get this final piece finished. There's not much to do. It's probably only going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. But let's do it. Well, that's pretty much the whole field cultivated. I did say it wouldn't take long at all. That took me about 2.5 minutes, so pretty good time really. It's alright if we've missed the odd little piece here and there, because with the sower, the ones which aren't direct, I'm fairly sure it only doesn't sow in that place if it's not been ploughed or cultivated, so having little gaps where we've just ploughed should be absolutely fine. I mean, we'll find out now in a minute. But I can't quite remember if we had any seed left in our seeder. I'll have to have a look now. Get that dropped off. There we go. Let's pull in front of our seed drill. I don't want to drive on our new crop, so I'll try and do this carefully. That would be a disaster. All of that work we've put into it. get straightened and aligned. There we go. Let's get that attached. Ah yes, the seed drill is full. Perfect. So we do not have to refill this. That is a bonus. Let's just switch over to wheat. There we go. Let's not catch a tree stump. I've done that many a times. And we'll get it lowered. That's down. I need to remember that it's about the same width as the tractor. Oh, I've detached it. That's not what I was meant to do. Get that turned on. And we are sowing. There we go. And at some more good pace, which is what we like to see. I'm quite surprised that our tractor is able to pull a seeder like this, because it's quite wide really, but then maybe I'm just underestimating this mighty Massey Ferguson 188, who knows, maybe it is just me. This shouldn't take too long at all, it'll be a fairly quick job, and that will allow us to then spray the newly sown crop. Oh, that's going to be really annoying. I'm going to have to go back over the section which we will have just sown, because I've stupidly not made it wide enough to allow for 2 passes with the drill. Oh, this will be the test to see if it does plant over a ploughed area. Yes, it does. That is very beneficial actually. That will be helpful, because that means that we won't have to plough or cultivate every time. So that is lap 1. Switch lanes. Actually, it's very hard to see actually where we are going, because obviously there's only the slightest change in texture, which might be a problem, but I can always look on the map. I've definitely missed out a corner there. Oh, no I didn't. Wow, I thought I would have missed out a corner there. So once again the plan will be to go around the headlands twice to give us a little bit of leeway so that I can not drive into areas which do not belong to us, and then I'll start to go up and down it in straight lines, leaving the little fiddly pieces for the very end. You can see a little piece of grass there where we did just miss it, but you know, it'll soon be hidden. And if we plough our field again next year or next growing season, we'll never know. Oh, there's another piece here as well. How have I missed all of these pieces? I've missed a big section there, I have just realised, but we'll come back for that at the end. I think the best thing to do will be to join back on by here, and then probably head up to the top of the field and just start going in straight lines. I am realising I'm driving over the area we've just sown, but you know, who's going to know? This is a light little tractor. We'll get that lowered and we'll start going in straight lines, which will help us. And I will aim to just skim past the sides of the rocks, because if I didn't, I would be very annoyed at myself. I think I've timed it perfectly. I am a genius. Who knew? This should be, if I look back, that should be a straight, oh, you can't really see, to be honest. If we look on the map, yes, that's, well, it's not straight, but it's straight in terms of the way it's running. And you can see that we've missed, well, I've missed a little section here, and then we'll go back and get these little fiddly bits at the end. Ooh, where do we need to be? There's the line. Let's get that lowered and try and keep in line as best as possible. So I will cover some ground now, and let's hope for the best. So, I don't think there's that much more to do. If I just have a look on the map, no, there's just these little sections in here. To be honest, it's just about finding them, really. I think there's only one solution to our shadow problem, and that is to fell all of these trees, and of course replant them, but just in a different location, because it's very difficult to see where we need to be, really, and where I haven't been, because the textures are just so similar, and especially when our tractor does not have the best light in the world. I think that's the final little part for in that section. So if I just go back down to here, there should be one more line. Here we go. Get that filled in. Just little patches here and there. Where was it? Here it is. I'll go over that. A piece I missed on the very first lap. And then there was a little section to do in here. There we go. So along here, and then I can probably reverse. There we go. Perfectly in line. And that should be the final piece. If I have a look. Yes, there we go. That is absolutely perfect. It's actually quite an interestingly shaped field. Very nice. But that is our wheat crop planted. And it won't be long, I say it won't be long, it'll be next summer, when we can get it harvested with our wonderful combine. What's the best way to put this back? It's probably easier if I put it in this way. That's probably my best... Oh, that's not my best option. Let's not crash. There's a... Yes. Let's not do that again. Detached. So because of the problems that we're having with the shadows, I think I'm going to fast forward to the next day and we'll get our crop sprayed. So let's head over to November morning. Oh, good morning. It's a very nice sleep. Let's go and have a look at how our crop is doing. Of course we need to attach to our sprayer. That is important, considering that's the job that we're doing. We do need to top it up, but it's alright, because I've saved the tank. It's a little bit hard to see, so let's not crash again. Is that close enough? Yes, it is. There we go. Fully loaded. Let's head through to our field. Oh wow, it's had a very good night. Wow, who knew that a crop could germinate so quickly? I mean, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. Let's get that unfolded. There we go. And let's start spraying. Very nice. I did fast forward time so that it would be easier to see where we're driving, yet all I've done is made it harder. It was probably a mistake, to be honest, but I will learn from that, and next time we will not make this same mistake. As long as we get a good coverage on the majority of the crop, it will be alright. And the application rate seems to be quite low as well, so it's not like we're wasting much. Oh, this is a problem. Please don't clip the rock. Please don't clip the rock. Whew, that was close. That was very close. I'm going to have to watch out for that big rock. It's becoming a nemesis. I think it might be those trees by there which are causing us all of the problems, because they are the trees which are right in the line of sight for where the sun is, which is a problem for us. So I think we started about here, so just move out to a distance which looks about right. This isn't going to take us long though, that's for sure. Definitely a quick job. I was just thinking about what we could do next. I say it's probably a good idea to get some more trees taken down, because if we can clear the shadows and say replant them just on the other side of the field, it will give us much more room here where we could maybe expand the field right up the back of our farm, and it will also prevent shadows being cast over our crop. But it's probably time just to get our head down and get this field in a good state. Coincidentally, I've just looked on the map, and this is actually the final application we'll have to give it, and this is the final piece we need to do. That is the field covered, because I completely forgot that when you mow a grass field or pasture, it counts as an application of fertiliser, I guess, because any which is left decomposes and composts itself into the soil. So that's actually that field fully fertilised, which is brilliant news, which probably explains why it's germinated so quickly. But that means we can put this sprayer away. I'm not too sure if we have to do the other one. Yes, we do. Oh yes, because we expanded this field, you can see that we have the outsides which are perfect, but then you've got this patch in the middle where the original field was, which needs to have its fertiliser applied for the final application, but that's not something we need to do now. That can wait until after winter has passed. So this means, whoa, don't want to crash into our mower. That means that this can be put into the shed now until the coming spring and get that lowered down. So it must mean we need to do some felling. So we can park our tractor here and get the lights turned off. We need to get into our get our pickup back out. Hear that engine. So all we need to do is choose, oh, I've crashed again, is choose a spot to where we are going to do some felling. I think it's probably best if we just stick in the area where we have been for a while now. So we'll park our pickup along here so that it hopefully doesn't get crushed, and I think we'll take down these trees by here. That should open everything up a little bit more. So let's get our chainsaw out and head straight over to this tree here. This is a big one. Oh, wrong button. Oh, our chainsaw has disappeared inside the tree. But down it comes. That is a big one. Let's get these branches removed. That's those branches off. We'll cut the tip off. There we go. We'll get this little piece thrown into the back because this is the sort of thing which we'll run over. Actually, no, this is not worth taking. Where's our land boundary? Why can't we pick it up? There we go. Let's just have a little run over here. Nobody's going to know. If I just stand the edge of our boundary and... Oh, that did not work. Try one more time. There we go. That's not our property anymore. It's one of those annoying branches. But it's probably best if we get our super strength turned on to allow us to cut these larger. And, well, let's get felling. I don't know how this is possible. I managed to get the boot or the tailgate put down, but I think we may have chosen a bit of a large tree. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more of those pieces on. So we're actually going to have to... Wow, look at this. Can you imagine if this was actually possible? The suspension is going to be dead. And I'm quite worried that we're going to fall over. I'm very worried, actually. Ooh, that's... The suspension is soft. And it feels very, very light at the front. But that's probably expected. I'm going to have to take this very cautiously. That's not cautiously at all. No, that was not what should have happened. I don't even know if I can pick this back up. I can actually roll it over all the way apparently. That's new. How can I get this back up without making it roll like this? No, not like that. Oh, it's going even further. Let's drop it now. Okay, this is going from bad to worse. Please stand up. Yes, there we go. Okay, let's go very, very slowly to the shop. Okay, here we are. 5 minutes later, and 3 rolls later, I've made it. Let's take this very gently. Just give it a little burst of throttle. We'll get those straps off. We'll see our pickup. The rear suspension will bounce up. Oh, no they won't apparently, but that is another £5,000, which is very good, and that's only half of that tree. So now, let's get back and get the other half loaded up. Oh dear. I may have just chopped the tree down on our pickup truck. This was not meant to happen, and it couldn't have been a bigger tree. Well, let's get this sorted out. So I don't know how I've done it, but I've managed to fit the rest of that tree and a whole nother one on. I mean, it's not the best loading, but it should hold on just to get us to the shop, and I think that is where we'll end off the episode for today. This is so precarious and wobbly. Very wobbly. If I just slam on the brakes, no, I've done it again, but it's all right. You see, that's why I put the trees there, because now I am completely stuck. I'm completely stuck now. Oh dear. Oh no, this might work if I just throw it. There we go. Okay, I've got myself out now. No, still not there. Okay, I've got myself stuck again. I have to throw it, get myself out. This is going to become a problem. Now, yes, there we go. We'll just take it nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. Just keep the throttle steady until we're on a straight. There we go. It is a sight. That is something. It is certainly a sight. Well, this should make us a little bit of money. I think it's now time to slam on the anchors. No, I've overdone that completely. I've completely overdone that. I need to remember that we have a heavy load. It needs to be remembered. But we have made it. Now we can take off those straps and get these sold finally. There we go. And that made us another £3,690. So if you have enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, as it would really help us out, and let's see if we can get those 20 likes. So that's all from me. See you in the next one. Bye for now.